Hello. Welcome to House Aya. I'm over here fumbling around. I hope that you can hear me pretty good. Trying to get my light to work. I can't get it. Come on. So here we are. It's not always perfect, but we're doing it. Okay. So my video today is about caregiving. If you don't know me, I am a caregiver amongst a lot of other things, herbalist and a holistic health practitioner specializing in things like astrology and herbs. But my passion is caregiving. Not only am I a caregiver for others, I'm a caregiver for my daughter who was born a 23-weeker, and she is now 10 years old. And my life has pretty much been dedicated to raising and nurturing her. So I know what it is to caregive, and I also have a mother that had a stroke, and she is still pretty much nonverbal and paralyzed on her right side. Okay? So I have developed a system for caregivers who are just stressed out, overworked, and emotionally spent. Okay? My angle is really focusing on the emotional integrity of caregivers and taking care of the caregiver so that the caregiver can then take care of others. Because it's not just a job, it's a relationship. It's a relationship, okay? And I have my notes here because I don't want to forget anything. So, caregiving isn't hard because of the task at hand. It's hard because it's so intimate. It's so intimate, especially with strangers, or maybe it is mom that you've never really, in some cases, you've never hugged, or you've never had any type of intimacy with. So it's hard to go from just child or offspring to now you're a caregiver of this person. You got to take care of their well-being, their mental health, their body. It's very intimate, and with so many caregiving, and starting with the caregiving in the medical facilities, nursing homes, things like that, and then at home. Not everybody can be a caregiver. Not everybody. Everybody cannot do this job. If everyone could do it, then we wouldn't have a shortage of qualified caregivers. And that doesn't mean, I have CNA certification or a personal care assistant certification or anything like that. Anybody can pay some money and take a test and get certified. Caregiving comes from your whole being. Holistically, it comes from your whole being. Okay? And if everybody was meant to be a caregiver, you wouldn't have such high numbers right now of the statistics of abuse. And this isn't just elderly. This is abuse, neglect, etc. People not getting fed, people not getting washed, people not getting cleaned, people not having their nails clipped, people not, if everybody could do this job, those stats would be much lower than they are. And the truth is, not everybody should be a caregiver. Not everybody should. It's not for everybody. It's not. Some people will even frown upon the job. I could never do that. Okay. It's not for everybody. And some people just love the job that they do. Okay. So what is caregiving? And why does it even matter if I'm good or if I'm trained or not? Why does it matter? It matters because of your inner container. Like I said, my angle is emotional integrity. So, you got to be honest with yourself. It's really like being honest with yourself, with your emotions, over your skills. Your skills don't even matter. It is down the line what skills you have. It's your emotional integrity first, and then caregiving is more about being present than just performing your job. So being present with that person, being available for the companionship. First of all, this person is to be treated more like a friend than or your mother, father, cousin, whatever. This person is to be treated intimately versus your skills. Your skills are secondary to caregiving. And if those basic needs from the caregiver, being able or having the inner authority to speak up when something is not healthy for them, that's when the burnout starts. They just get mean sometimes. They're burnout because they're giving and not getting anything back, or not being poured into also. Because caregivers are also people. Dogs too are also being that emotional support pet. They need to be poured back into also, the beings. You got to tell the truth to yourself when something is bothering you so that you can get to the other side of it. Okay, if you're resentful, if you're exhausted and disconnected, it leaks to your client. Your client can see it, your mother can see it, your father can see it. They feel it immediately. This work requires honesty within yourself and not martyrdom. Okay, you don't want to sacrifice yourself for what? The greater good of what? It's not the greater good of you, because you can't pour from an empty cup. I know we hear that a lot. The spiritual stamina, not about religion, spiritual stamina, holding space on the hard days. You having a bad day and then you go to work with a client and you can't bring that with you to work. You got to hold space for that person. You got to leave whatever your problems are at the door, and you got to go in and you got to hold space for this person, because they may also be having a bad day, and you're being steady for them when they can't be. Okay. And if you can muster up some humor and some grounding for the other person, and definitely on the caregiver's part, humility is important, because the person who is receiving the care can't do anything but be humble, because they're not receiving the care. And you don't have to save people, you just accompany them and be a good companion to them. Right? You build trust with the receiver of your care. I'm trying to figure out a word to say how to define what I'm saying. So you enter someone's body or their home, you enter their vulnerable space, right? Trusting is earned slowly, because you never know, people might have issues with you touching their things, being in their home. They've never had anybody in their home, and they're not living alone, and their family lives in another state or whatever. You're now coming into their vulnerable private space. So we have to remember to be respectful of that and their quality of life. What is their quality of life? Are people just dismissing them? I've had clients where they simply make a phone call to talk about their mortgage, and the people know their age, they're in their 80s, and they totally dismiss what they're saying. Let me speak to your caregiver. That's pretty rude, because this person now does not feel seen, respected, or safe in their own home, because they're speaking about something that pertains to them, not the caregiver. Okay, and then the caregiver getting all up in that person's business, actually speaking with the mortgage lender or speaking with the doctor and things like that. If that's not your position, that's overstepping your boundaries and opening the door for you to be burnt out. If you have your own family like me and you're planning doctor's visits, planning dentist visits, planning the household order, things like that, you simply can get burned out with your own family stuff. You're adding somebody else's stuff onto your stuff. That will make you burn out even faster. So, this is when you go into somebody's space, this is consent on a soul level. Every day you're consenting to, I don't know if this is the word, companionize this person on a soul level. Okay, then I want to say why this is not for everyone, because caregiving exposes your ego and your impatience. Whether you're patient or not, you can learn this instantly after working with somebody who is maybe not so cooperative. You'll learn what your patience level is, and also if you have control issues, if everything has to go your way, and then you also have a client, everything has to go their way. We have to learn how to be a little bit more flexible. If you're a person that needs praise or power or validation, this isn't the job for you. This work will eat you alive. And then that's not bad stuff either. It's just not suited for you. Like, these things are going to happen if you're going to be a caregiver. It's not a bad thing. It's not failure. It's just clarity. If this is not for you, maybe you need to be on the other side of caregiving in a scheduling department, or maybe speaking with the families to organize caregiving, or to match caregiver to client that might be better suited for you. Caregiving is the intimacy of being in somebody's setting. Caregiving is for people who value dignity in another person. You value personal dignity. I'm not getting ready to take away your dignity. This is your space. This is your thing. You're new to this. You're losing abilities that you used to be able to take care of yourself, putting on your clothes, bathing yourself, things like that. I am respecting your dignity as a human being. Then you can hold yourself at a distance. You can hold yourself, or you can hold your level of discomfort in the situation without becoming cruel. And people who are willing to grow themselves, and not just manage other people. It's not about managing other people, because you are giving of yourself, but not to the point of you're sacrificing yourself. So I made this video because I have a series of things for caregivers, not just for single one person, but for groups of caregivers who are burnt out, or they ever try to rethink their life of what am I doing here. And this is an introduction to phase 1 of my caregiving guide. The phase 1 is to invite reflection. Is to invite reflection within yourself and your practice and what you do, not to recruit you to anything, because I don't want to recruit you. This is a natural draw to you. Like me, I knew I was a caregiver by the time I was 7. I knew I wanted to nurture and take care of people by the age of 7. but I did not know how to put boundaries up for myself. So I spent a lot of my time being burnt out caregiving for people, even within my own family. Okay, and if anything, what I said has made you uncomfortable, good. And it has made you feel uncomfortable and you're a caregiver, good. Start there. Because a lot of the things that I've said make me uncomfortable. Because I've been in situations where I'm not fully present. And I'll get there, assess the situation, make sure that the client is good, and I'll start working either on my laptop or on my phone. And I'll do this in 30-minute intervals, and the people are like, why aren't you talking to me? Until I learned that I need to get fully engaged with my client. So that's why I use things like their demographics, things like that, what they used to do, how they live their life, do they have kids, what are their hobbies now? Because hobbies change. Their hobbies from 30 years old aren't going to be the same when they're in their 70s and their 80s. You know, and you can teach each other something. You might want to learn how to knit. They might want to learn something from you. You never know. So it's important to stay present and stay engaged. And sure, we get those clients that are extreme in some ways, but we find ways around that and learn how to center ourselves before entering the environment. Okay? If you're interested in my material, just like and subscribe to this channel, because there's more to come. My manual will launch this spring. I'm very excited about it because there's a lot of information here. Like I said, I have individual things where you can go and get the PDFs for stabilization. I have like a 72-hour stabilization guide for caregivers, but this system is built for the system. So for home health agencies, for hospital environments, CNAs, things like that. Because it just takes a few tweaks to enhance this industry, because it's growing. It's growing, and I see articles or media all the time where the vulnerable are abused and neglected. And that just simply doesn't have to be. Because if you truly want to be in the caregiving industry, there is a place for you. It just might not be the hands-on, person to person. And that's what I'm here for, to get us through the fog so that everybody can play their part happily and be nourished and fulfilled in this position, whether it fell in your lap or you have walked into it consciously. It's a soul level contract, and it is a very spectacular opportunity to have in this life, to be a caregiver.